what up socials? It's Abby here, and I am so excited because I am doing my first ever Q&A with you. I put it out on my Instagram and my Facebook that I wanted to hear from you. What are your personal development questions? What are your questions for me? And you answered, so I'm so excited to share a couple of those questions that I just randomly pulled and talk about some of these common questions that you guys have. So without further ado, let's dive right into this. For those of you who are wondering what questions, I wanted to submit some, please don't fear. Follow me below on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course subscribe to my channel. That way I can keep you informed. That way you can always reach out to me and message me and ask me your questions or your concerns, or if you have like speaking engagements, you want to see my availability, follow me on all those platforms and you will have a way to get a hold of me, I'm sure. Okay, I'm pretty excited about this. This is my first time doing this, so I want to thank you guys for giving me some questions to answer. But I have my computer here, and the first one I got was Sarah on Instagram. She asked, how do you stay motivated? And I wanted to talk about this one first off because I get asked this question all the time. And I think it's because people have a wrong idea about motivation. We definitely can be motivated, kind of like a cheerleader, where it's in the moment, you watch a really cool video on YouTube, you listen to your favorite rock song, and you just are pumped up and ready to tackle the day, and that's awesome. I would say that happens to us like once a month, right? Where like you wake up and you're like, I just feel so motivated, and you know, all the right boxes were checked off for you to just feel like, oh, I can accomplish anything. That's awesome motivation, but as I'm sure you're aware, it doesn't last very long. To find real motivation and to stay motivated, you need a super clear, idea of your goals and your life purpose. You need to know your why, because, one day a month, yeah, you're gonna wake up out of bed and like be so excited and thrilled to like go out there and crush your goals, but the other 29, 30 days, not so much. And so you need to know that why. You need to know why you're hustling, what you want, and you need to find like personal ties that motivate and inspire you. Now, a lot of people think, well, just the thought of like making lots of money should like motivate me, right? Well, that is like a great, like all of us want to be rich. I think that motivates all of us a little bit, but when it's, freezing outside and you don't want to get out there, or you're scared to go pitch your business idea, like that motivation of making lots of money isn't going to last. But the motivation of, I want to make lots of money so I can take care of my family, so that I can take, my mom out to lunch every day and give her opportunities that she never had, right? Or have my children have a better life, that's gonna get you out of bed. So my tip for anybody looking like, how do I sustain motivation, is be sure you're clear on what you want and why you want it, and get specific. Don't just say, well, I wanna be rich because being rich is awesome. I wanna be rich so I can take care of my family and stay home with my kids, right? That for me is kind of where motivation takes that turn. So I hope that answered your question, Sarah, and I hope it answered some questions for the rest of you on motivation. My next question from Izzy in BYU, Idaho. Love Idaho, and love BYU. She asked, what are some of my favorite personal development books for beginners? Awesome. Well, I went to my bookshelf, Izzy, and I looked around and I found my absolute favorite books that I think any person starting in personal development, anybody looking to read, just that first basic understanding of personal development to like catalyst you into change, these are them. So first and foremost, How to Win Friends and Influence People. This book, I read it in 6th grade. It was mandatory reading in my family. I read it in 6th grade. It changed my life. I, no joke, have 5 copies. This is my beautiful copy. The other copies are marked in, they're tagged. I mean, this book is one that I think everybody should read once a year. It is the fundamental for like being a better person and changing your life. So start with this book. If you want to start somewhere, this is the book to start on. Now, once this book is read, you're gonna want to find this book, Seasons of Life by Jim Rohn. Now, just a fair warning, this might be an extremely hard book to find. This is one of Jim Rohn's first books ever. If you've watched my channel, you know Jim Rohn is my hero. He is my idol. He changed my life single-handedly. And this book, it's one of his first. It's fun. It's got like pictures in it, but it just is so basic and down to earth and something that I could understand. Once you read it, if you watch some of my videos, you'll see some of the topics that he covers that I talk about too, because they're my philosophy as well. So might be a little tricky to find, but this book, Seasons of Life by Jim Rohn, or anything by Jim Rohn, is an amazing place to start. Last but not least, I was trying to think of one more book, because we've kind of covered people skills with how to win friends and influence people, life change, and like embracing like your goal setting ability is like Seasons of Life, Jim Rohn. Well, I wanted to talk about Dave Ramsey. I love Dave Ramsey. I think that all of his books, his content, his channel is amazing. I have always, it's really bad, always been obsessed with money, and I wanted to have enough money, and I had good money practices, but until I started listening to Dave Ramsey and until I started like reading his books, I had no idea the power of money. And so I think that these 3 books cover a gamut of like personal development and change in all aspects of your life, from financial to social. So if you're looking to start out in personal development, those are the books that I suggest for you. Okay, Julie on Facebook asked me, why do you do YouTube? Good question. YouTube was something I never thought I would do. I remember doing my first video and being so embarrassed about my voice, my face, my message that that video never saw the light of day, okay? But I persevered and I did YouTube because I feel like I have a message that a lot of people need to hear. I'm asked to speak a lot here in Utah. That's where I live, right? But what a small drop in the ocean I'm trying to reach. And so YouTube was such a wonderful extension of my reach, and I continue to hope to see my channel grow, even though, yeah, I'm learning. You watch some of my first videos and they're cringe-worthy. I die. Right? But YouTube is such like the growing tool for me. I can't tell you how amazing it is to look back at some of my first videos and look at where I am now. Not only like how I physically changed, but also like my skill set and how I'm better at speaking to the camera and editing. It's amazing to watch myself grow that way. But long answer, that's why I do YouTube, so I can reach more people, because, you know, YouTube has a vast audience around the world, and I think people around the world would like to hear my message, or at least I'd like to believe so. So that's why I do YouTube. Okay, let's see here. I got asked my favorite color, pink. Favorite animal, hippos. Maybe you can't see them in my videos. I have like hippos everywhere around my house because I believe in surrounding yourself with things you love. Oh, okay, here's a good one. James from Virginia on my Instagram asked, are you a Christian? I see you do some faith-based videos on your channel, but I'm not sure what you mean by Latter-day Saint. Huh, that's an awesome question, James. So, short answer, yes, I'm a Christian. I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saint, or in other words, a term you might have more commonly heard is I'm a Mormon, right? But we like to be called by the full name of our church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, because some people are confused that we don't believe in Jesus Christ, and nothing could be further from the truth. And, you know, we're faith-based people. We love to serve, and we're all about families and, you know, being like our Savior, Jesus Christ. And so you'll see on my channel, I do some faith-based videos, and even though I might use terms that maybe you haven't heard of before just because they're like colloquialisms for Utah and stuff like that, I believe that anybody who's a Christian, anybody who loves our Savior Jesus Christ, will be able to pull some like gems, hopefully, out of those videos. And so to answer any question, if there was any confusion, yeah, I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I'm a Christian, and I love our Savior Jesus Christ. Okay, the last question I'm going to take is this one. Oh, I don't see the name of who it's from. So from Anonymous, but they asked, what are your best tips on time management? Well, I've actually done a lot of videos on time management because time is our most precious commodity that we have here. I think that for anybody looking to make more time in your schedule, a really fast and quick tip that I can give you is to utilize your 10 minutes. What do I mean by this? I actually talked about this in some of my videos, so like I'll link those below for you guys because I'll keep this quick. But in our life, there's always like a moment like between like a minute to 5 minutes where we're like waiting for something. So maybe we're waiting, we're waiting to you know, for our ride to pick us up. We're waiting for the event to start. We're waiting to, you know, for our spouse to get ready so we can leave, right? There's like 1 to 2, maybe 5 minutes that you have in your day that most people would just jump on social media, right? And start scrolling, right? Or just kind of sit around and like lazily pick up their stuff. But my tip for you in time management, like this little tidbit I can give you, is to utilize those minutes. And that can be as simple as, okay, I've got 2 minutes. I'm going to try to get as many dishes out of my sink as possible, right? Or I'm going to try to organize my closet. Or, you know what, I'm going to send that quick text that I needed to send all day. Or, you know what, I'm going to re-look at this assignment just in the couple of minutes that I have. And you will be amazed at the time that you find when you utilize those little bits of minutes and seconds and time between those events in your life. So that's my really fast and quick time management tip for you. I mean, there are books on it. I've done videos on it. So time management is a huge question, but I think it's an awesome one that all of us are continuing to learn and develop. So try that out. Try utilizing your 10 minutes. Okay, well, I think that's all the questions I will answer for this video, but I just wanted to thank you guys so much. Like I said, please follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, and of course subscribe to my channel. But I ask questions like this on my stories all the time, so if you ever want to ask me a question, I've got a website as well where you can find my email. But please feel free to reach out to me in any way, and make sure you're following me on Instagram for daily inspiration. So thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to, you know, talk to you again and do another one of these videos. So keep being amazing, and I will see you in the next one. So Abbi J out.